I want you to
Which
kiss
is you.
me.
Definitely no.
Oh my God.
If I want something, I'm gonna go get it. And I'm not scared to get it. Should I get up and go find another guy? I have a big butt for a white girl. Like,
Let me see.
actually, right now?
Yep.
No. You want a kiss and I show you my ass?
You're so tempting.
Do it.
My body all over your body, baby. Your body all over my body, baby.
Ass.
They're big. It's big butt, right?
Definitely no.
Hey, you Funk Master, and welcome to the premiere of 90 Day Fiancé Hunt for Love. We'll be looking into a brand new season, a new spinoff of 90 Day Fiancé. And I know what you're gonna say. Hey, what about season 11 of 90 Day Fiancé? You stopped on episode 6. It's like an episode 20 right now. TLC decided it was time for 90 Day Fiancé to get another spinoff. Even though they already have over 20 spinoffs, they said, F it, what's another one? But in this one, they have a very original idea I've never seen before. They take one group of people and another group of people and film them tongue f each other. Okay, maybe it's not so original, but hey, I'm here for it. The brainworms that have implanted inside love reality. Now, I really haven't gotten a good count of how many people are on this show, but it's a lot. There's about 20 people, and only about 8 people are actually from 90 Day Fiancé. Now, 90 Day, of course, had to take over another resort in Mexico, where 3 coaches will end up planning events, classes, and everything to help these people find their person. Now, the first 90 Day person to come to the resort is Chantel. She came into the 90 Day universe during season 4 with her and her ex-husband, Pedro. She even ended up getting her own show. I think it was just called The Chantel Show. Nope. Now, I could go ahead and explain everything that happened, but again, she had her own show. It's like almost like Darcy and Stacy. There's just so much lore in there. All you need to know is her and Pedro are no longer together, and she's here ready to date. Now, she said since her and Pedro's divorce, she has been DooDee dating. At first, I thought she was just trying to shout out your girl.
I got corny, lame, boo, tomato, 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 I'm throwing tomatoes.
But apparently, DooDee dating is when you throw yourself out there, just continuously keep dating people, even if you don't want to.
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
But Chantel is here to find love, and she knows exactly what she wants.
I don't want a fixer-upper, I want a turnkey. I want you to have the whole package with the package.
Okay.
Now, the next person we get in is Tiffany, and she was on the first season of 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way. And it's been a while since I've seen her, but her ex was so bad, I remember everything.
Doing the things that I need to do.
Do the hard things, Ron.
Like what? Change diaper. No, that's your job.
But she's come here, she's glowing. She said she lost over 100 pounds. And let me tell you, that body is tea. And the producers are thinking the same thing because they kept getting the booty shots. Now, the next person we get in is Rob. And we don't even need to get into that because we were just in that.
What do you mean by that?
But the biggest thing to take from this boy is not even divorced yet. It's been a whole year and they still haven't gotten divorced yet. But Rob is ready to go. One of the hosts, the dating coaches, come in and she even lets him know, yo, I'm the dating coach. And he immediately starts macking on her. He's like, damn, if she's this hot, I can't imagine what the contestants are gonna look like. But she ends up bringing him this mask and lets him know that they're gonna be in a masquerade party and to not reveal himself at all. And it's so funny that they're gonna do it in this fashion, even though, like, if you watch 90 Day Fiancé, you're gonna be able to tell who is who. Trust me, I was able to tell just from like back of the head type. Now, the next guy we get is Usman. Oh, baby Lisa and Kimbali. Now, Usman is so...
I mean, I'm African, you know, like we have it here. We like it's big. Africans, everybody has big. Also, women throw themselves at me because I'm superstar soldier boy all the way from Africa. I'm an artist, I can sing for you every day, you know?
I've been searching for you all my life. I've been looking for you, my wife. I've been searching for you all my life. I've been looking for you, my wife.
Oh, that's some crazy.
quote.
So now it's time for the party and people are dancing. There's a DJ going off and Usman is the first one to arrive and he is peeping everybody. But since people's faces are covered, he's checking out the booties. Now Chantel and Tiffany come in and they're just trying to peep out where all the 90-dayers are at. And like I said, I would be able to tell right off the bat, especially when this guy walked in, I knew exactly who it was.
What's up? This guy.
Hey,
How's it going?
what's going on?
And if you said it was him from Powerpuff Girls, you're absolutely right. Now, for those of you who really don't know, it's Tim. He has been in this 90-day universe for a while. He's even been on tell-alls that he had no business being on. He's always in the pillow talks watching other seasons, so he's been here for a while. Now, once he gets there, he's immediately flirting with people, but realizes these women are pretty young. He is 44, and he's talking to a 24-year-old right now. So he's like, what the hell am I doing here? So Tim originally came on a 90-day fiance with his ex Jennifer, and he goes on to say that was one of his worst heartbreaks, that they ended very ugly, and he's ready to put that behind him.
On some next thing, you cannot touch me. It's for the best.
And there's not really much to say about Jennifer other than she's catching everybody's eyes. I mean, she is definitely a beautiful woman, but she is a little toxic. But she loves to keep it in the 90-day family, so that's probably why she's here. Not only did she date Tim, but she went on to date Jesse, Darcy's ex. Now, the next person we get in is Courtney, and the very first thought when I saw this person is,
who are you?
I don't ever remember ever seeing this person. Ever. Am I tripping? I have to be tripping. I may be mistaken, but it seems like she's been on this show like 3 times, because they show, well, obviously she's had to have been on the show 3 times because there's literally footage of her being with 3 different dudes. That was so dumb. I'm sorry. But she's been on the show 3 different times. Again, I don't ever remember seeing this person. Am I losing my mind?
Help me! Help me! Nigga!
But the first thing that she pulls out is that she's so tired of people calling her dumb. So far, I don't feel like she's dumb. More kind of like a little ditzy, just based off of this episode. And I feel like dumb and ditzy, they are different things. Like being dumb, you're just, you know what, you're just dumb, you know what I mean? But being ditzy is like, you can have an education, you can be book smart, but sometimes you just be doing things that don't make any sense. And that's what she immediately did. She came in, she went to the bar to get her a drink, and one of the things that they told her, not even one of the things, the thing that they told her not to do, they told her not to pull off her mask because she has to keep her identity. The first thing she does is get to the bar and pulls off her mask. But when she gets there, she immediately notices somebody, and it's Usman. But she doesn't just notice him from the show. She notices him so well because some while ago, they ended up talking on social media, ends up linking up, they go on a vacation together, and they end up, you know, getting it and doing the do. But then when they went home, he ghosted her, never talked to her again. So she knows exactly who he is, and I'm like, God. So, you know, that's a guy you can just check right off your list. You don't need to mess with him. So Courtney goes over there to face him because she feels like this is fate. Not because she's angry or anything. She's actually quite ecstatic to see him here because she thinks they're gonna fall in love again. And dude has no clue who she is.
Hey. Hi. I think we've met before.
We met before? I'm not sure about that, but the way.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Now we have one last guy, and I saw him walking around in the background a couple of times, and they didn't even have to do a close-up or anything. I just saw the side of his head, and I immediately knew who it was. He's just got a certain shape to him, and it is our guy, Colty. I can't believe I'm saying this guy again. When is he ever gonna leave? At least they didn't bring his mom on the show with him. But he's kind of awkwardly in the background, just standing around, not even talking to anybody. He's just very antisocial and awkward. But it's probably because he's also a little skeptical and nervous about the situation because his heart has been put through the ringer so many times and he felt like his heart was just thrown in a grinder. After moving his fiance in with his mom, getting married to her, cheating on her, getting with a new girl, cheating on her, then getting with the girl that you cheated on those 2 girls with, married her, and then cheated on her.
Unacceptable!
Now that is all the 90 days that we have. So they let them all party, mingle, do what they need to do, get drunk, obviously. But after some time, the dating coaches come out and they let them know what's going to happen while they're here. They're going to get into some mixers, some classes, some dating. So now it's time to reveal themselves to each other. So they have the men stand on one side and the women on the other, and they pull off their masks, and everybody's so surprised. Oh my God, it's you, Rob. I didn't know. Oh my God, is that Tim? Oh my God, I didn't know. But one person that was truly shocked, Tim, he saw Jennifer and was like, what the hell? And let me tell you, she is living for it. Now, immediately, which makes sense, all the people that know each other kind of flock towards each other. So all the 90 dayers are like in a group talking to each other, and the rest of everybody's kind of standing around like, okay. Like they know that they were on a show with each other, but it's still, I could see it was probably very awkward. But Tim immediately wants to get down to the nitty gritty with Jennifer. So he's like, I'm gonna go talk to her because the last time we talked there was a blow up, so let's try to just smooth this out, which was probably not the best thing to do. Tim is very messy and Jennifer is very toxic, so I don't think they were gonna come to any type of anything. But he ends up going over there talking to her, and it gets very awkward. She ends up trying to like call him out for talking crap about her, even though she talked crap about him. They were talking crap about each other. Made it very awkward for this one dude, and nothing got resolved. But Tim ends up going over to Chantel to explain what happened. She's like, what's going on? By the way, drunk as hell. They're already all litty as hell. He goes over there to explain the conversation and is like, you know, honestly, she's just a gold digger. And somehow Chantel is not healed from Pedro because she immediately goes into,
I y'all break up.
The truth. She's a gold digger.
I hate gold diggers that come to the United States for a green card.
Well, I don't know if she was using me for a green card, but she definitely wasn't happy unless I was buying.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's what I hate. I just hate for people to abuse the system.
Stop it. Get some help.
So you know how earlier Usman had no clue who Courtney was? Well, that was just all a joke. He was just kidding. He was just trying to be flirtatious or whatever. But Usman goes on to explain basically the same story. They got together, they were vacationing, they ended up sleeping with each other. But by the end of it, he just realized that they weren't for each other. But the main thing that he added in there, which he kind of left out, was that they were both drunk as hell. And sometimes, yeah, that does sway your judgment, the things that you might do, especially if you're getting slizzard the way she is. Because she even admits later on, she was like, I only came here to get white girl wasted. What is happening?
It sounds like a lot of work. I was just planning on getting like white girl wasted the whole retreat. So yeah, but my dating life is horrible. I need somebody to come help me.
So he added that in, that they were litty titty as hell. And right now she's litty titty as hell. And I think that's why she's continuing to try to push herself onto Usman, basically being like, this is fate. But yeah, she immediately goes into being like, I came here to get white girl wasted. And Usman is looking real good. He's very attractive, very muscular. And I'm like, girl, you have your drunk goggles on. Then goes on to say that Usman is her #1 pick.
Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
And you know they're gonna keep them souped up this whole time. So, oh my gosh. But they're just sitting there flirting it up, and Chantel is sitting right behind Courtney and is like, this doesn't sound good at all. So Chantel and Courtney are good friends, and they've been talking outside of the show, and everything that happened between Courtney and Usman, Courtney let Chantel know. So she's like, oh no, I know what he's doing. Now people are actually starting to mingle together, a couple of them anyway. Tiffany, earlier when they were in the mask, this one guy caught her eye. She immediately was into him, and even after the masks were taken off, she's like, I'm still really into this guy. So thankfully, while they're all talking, he actually asked her out on a date, so they have their first connection, and they honestly were very cute with each other. Of course, way too early, way too soon to really know, but they were vibing. Now another person that was vibing really hard, and maybe a little too hard, was Rob and this one girl. Now this girl, she's pretty, but you can already tell that there's something not clicking around up there too well. She's already smitten with Rob, not because, you know, he's handsome, has masculinity, all that, but the best thing is that he gives off toxic and manipulative.
You need Jesus!
But she is skeptical a little bit. She does have some standards, and she's like, the one thing that's kind of making me not want to be around him is his height. Yeah, he's a couple inches shorter, and that's not good.
Right.
Now, this whole interaction that they're about to have, incredibly awkward. And since I had to watch it, you're gonna have to watch it. But she's immediately like, kiss me, Rob. I don't know why I did that in a Sophie voice. That was wild. Okay, sorry, scratch that. But she's like, kiss me, Rob. And he's like, no, girl, that's like way too fast. Like, you fine as hell, but come on, we only known each other for 20 minutes. And this girl said she's gonna go up and go find her another dude if he don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Now, obviously, this boy wanted to kiss her because he wasn't like, okay, go ahead, do your thing. That's weird. He kept egging it on. But first, she's like, okay, so I'm just gonna find me another dude. But you know, when I'm in a bikini, everybody says I have the biggest ass. Like, and I'm a white girl and I have such a big donkey badonkey. So he tells her to stand up and let him see it. And she says, you can see it for a kiss. What kind of flirting is this? Do I just not know how to flirt? Because what the hell is this? But she gets up and actually pulls up her dress and shows everybody her ass. Is the butt in the room with us? Now, after everybody gets uncomfortable with that, people are starting to get uncomfortable that all the 90-dayers are kind of just arguing with each other. After Tim and Jennifer get into it, Chantel and Usman start getting into it. Usman comes over and he's like, oh, do you remember me? And she's like, no, I don't know you. And he gets so offended, which Chantel does know him. So she's kind of just being like a little petty, but I thought it was just so funny. He was so offended. He's like, me, soldier boy. How you not know me, Usman, soldier boy? But she's like, if I've never met you in person, then no, I've never met you. I don't know you. And he's getting heated about it. So they're going back and forth about not knowing each other and knowing each other. One of the guys that was sitting there ended up just getting up and being like, okay, I'm gonna leave. But Usman had a reason to come talk to Chantel. Apparently, she's been talking big crap about him. She's been going around calling him a scammer.
No. Well...
But she said she's getting her information from the internet.
Come on now, dog.
That she's talking crap about him because the blogs are talking crap about him.
Come on, man.
Not because she knows personally or anything, but the internet told her so. You can't believe everything that the internet tells you. Now, after everybody has gotten drunk and fought with each other, everybody starts heading back to their rooms, but some of the 90-dayers go back to recap their night. And now Colt actually is peeping at one of the girls. But there's one thing that's holding him back. She's vegan. And, you know, I can't be too harsh on that. I guess that is a preference, but I feel like that's not that big of a deal. But he did say cooking and food is something intimate to him, so I can't be too harsh about that. I personally am vegetarian, so I kind of understand, and especially if I did have a partner that was a vegetarian, I would like them to understand and like definitely not try to force me to eat meat or trick me into eating meat. So you know what? Let me back off on that. So he's like, one of the things that is kind of like off-putting me is that she's vegan. But Tim tries to encourage him to try it out a little bit more. Maybe she's a nympho.
She might like to 7 times a day like you, Colt.
Oh, wow.
You don't know? She might be a nympho.
Well, I'm not a nympho.
I mean, I would say you're a nympho.
I'm a healthy drive.
Yeah, 7 times a day, I would say.
7 rounds with who? Himself and his computer.
You seem like if you have sex 7 times a day, because that's like good exercise, he would be in better shape.
Emotional damage.
But now they're asking Usman who his #1 pick was. And it's so funny because Courtney is there and Courtney's already smitten over him, and Courtney and Chantel are friends. And Usman said at first Chantel was his first pick because she's so beautiful. And why was Chantel kind of falling for it low-key? She started like batting her eyes and being like, oh, thank you. Until Usman brought up the argument again. He was like, you called me a scammer! And it turns out Courtney was the one that told Usman that Chantel was calling him a scammer. Aren't you and Chantel friends? Why are you running back to a dude that ghosted you to let him know that your friend is talking crap about him?
Bye, bitch!
But Chantel is going in. She's like, I have every right to believe he was a scammer. The blogs were saying it. Social media was saying it. The whole internet was saying it. You can't believe everything that the internet tells you. Now, this isn't essential to the story whatsoever, but Colt got into the damn bed naked. Again, if I had to see it, you had to see it. And it sucks because I wanted to go to this resort. It looks really cute. Now I want to stay the hell away from it. His bare booty butt cheeks just touch the sheets. Like, why would you do that? Not even in your own bed. And second of all, why are you sleeping bare booty cheek ball to the sheet? Like, ugh. And yes, I've stayed in hotels and things like that, and I do understand that does happen. But it's like, I didn't want to see it. And I definitely didn't want to see Colty doing it. It's almost like going to a restaurant and watching people eat with the silverware. Like watching a person literally put the spoon in their mouth, everything, then them hand you that same silverware. Even if they washed it and stuff, that thing was just in that person's mouth. Why would you want— disgusting! Now it's the next day and everybody's going to breakfast, but they only have this one scene with Rob, Usman, and Jennifer. Now the night before, during the recap, Tim was kind of talking a little bit of crap about Jennifer, basically saying how she was a gold digger, and Usman spills the beans. He lets Jennifer know that Tim was talking crap. So this girl turns around and is like, you know what? This man has some secrets and I'm about to spill them.
Let me tell you the tea.
Tell me the tea.
The real tea. One time, we went to a strip club and he paid to a guy to dance for me.
Okay.
I was very excited about it. But like,
That was the most excited you saw him?
Oh, yeah, he was so excited.
He just likes weird.
He said that with his ex-girlfriends, he loved to go to swingers.
Now this did feel like just icky again. Once again, a group of people trying to like kink shame somebody. As long as you're not hurting anybody, it's all consensual, of age, all that good stuff. Why are we shaming anybody? And especially Rob out of everybody. Like, you know, I'm not even gonna get on Rob that much because in his talking head, he did revert back and was like, you know what, people shouldn't be laughing about that. But in the time, in the moment, he was like kikiing about it. And it's like, you literally were just like blasted all over the tell-all. And it might have all been true and you're gonna sit, you know, it just wasn't sitting right with me. Like, why would you do that? Now they have their first event and they let people sign up for one of two things. One of the classes is flirting one-on-one and the other one is just quick speed dating. Now all the people that signed up for the speed dating hop into the bus and go off. And while they're going there, the girl that was making out with Rob obviously was drunk as hell or I don't know what. But she's like, yeah, I remember everything kind of, but was his name Rob? I think it was Rob. It goes on to say that he would be a good lay. She might not really see anything with him like that because, you know, the height, but she can get down and dirty with him. And in the guys bus, they're also all talking about Butt Girl. Apparently she went around to all the dudes letting them know that she loves it up in the booty. And she went around telling all the dudes that, and that she actually did that at that resort.
Disgusting shit.
Now they all get to the speed dating and there's like some hot tubs set up. There's a nice beach down the way. They put some people in the hot tub and they tell the rest of the people to go down to the beach and wait for their turn. And now Tim is feeling insecure about this whole thing because he's looking around and he's like, dude, all these men around here are hot as hell. They're tall, muscular, tatted. They look good. And then look at me. Now Rob's first girl that he's speed dating with is the girl that Colty is really into. And it's crazy because she's straight up is like, so how do you feel about polygamy? Oh, you into it? Do you want to do it? So it seems that she's into the polygamous lifestyle, and honestly that would be great for Colty and maybe even good for Tim. Now the group down at the beach, they're all just chilling and Butt Girl decides to open her mouth once again, just yip yapping. But she goes on to say that Rob is not even physically her type.
Oh Lord.
But then she goes off to be like, you know, I just be yapping, I'm a certified yapper. And then goes on to be like, listen guys, I'm so insecure about myself. I don't want to be alone. And it's like, that was a huge switch up. And Tim was like, girl, how long have you been in a relationship before? Because you seem crazy. And she goes on to say she's been proposed to 5 times, engaged 3 of them.
That's weird.
Now we go back to the hot tubs and Chantel is not having the best time during this speed dating.
You are like such a fit body. Always think, I have a friend, she has a tattoo, it's like Chinese letters in red. I think about a little red tattoo all the time, but I don't have it. Have you been married? I realized that question was kind of not appropriate for like getting to know a person. I wish I could take it back. We're not talking about past relationships.
She says she feels like she's having such a hard time because after marrying or getting with Pedro, she just turned off that dating side of her. So she hasn't really had to date, even though she's been DooDee dating this whole time. Then she goes on to explain, which I think this is the real reason she's kind of so is right before the resort, her and her really good friend were hanging out, and her friend brings up that she has feelings for Chantel romantically. And well, one thing led to another, and Chantel kissed a girl and she liked it. And now she's scared she might be lesbian. So she does not know what to do. I say run home to that woman, girl, because there ain't nothing on this show for you, okay? And that was the end of this episode. And honestly, I'm not mad at it. Feeding the brainworms. But this season does look like it's gonna have some pretty juicy stuff. Or they just did the trailers really good. Either way, I'm excited to see it. Now, the new episodes come out on Mondays, so I'm going to try to get them out as quickly as I possibly can. I am trying to get back on track, uploading at least twice a week again, being consistent again, and I'm excited to have a new spinoff to talk about. And just a little side note, how funny would it be if all the people that aren't from 90 Day ended up falling for each other and none of the 90 Day Fiance people actually found anybody? That would be crazy. Like if just all people that's not from the show ended up getting with each other. I wouldn't be mad at that either. The only way to find out is, I guess, wait till next week, and I will be here talking about it. So you might as well go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. But as always, thank you guys for coming and watching. It's always appreciated. You guys have a beautiful day. Bye.